They'd rather have no job than work for this woke snob. Yeah, the VP staffers are in short supply, as another one says, goodbye. They're jumping from the nearest terrace to escape their boss. Kamala Harris, whatever. The VP lost her speechwriter, but the bigger news is she had a speechwriter? That's like being Michael Moore's personal trainer. A White House official tells Fox that Kate Childs Graham is, quote, leaving the office, but not the family at the end of the month. The family? She's really making the government sound like what it is, a bunch of mobsters swindling your tax dollars. So she's not working, but she has a family. Reminds me of Pete Buttigieg. That makes her the 8th Kamala staffer to resign since the Veep took office. If she loses one more employee, she'll have enough stamps on her make 9 employees quit, get 1 free card. Who knows, maybe her annoying laugh will quit next. But maybe it doesn't matter that the speechwriter quit. She's so good on the fly.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Never let anybody suggest to you that you are what they think you should be. You tell them who you are and who you know you are and what you intend to be. Well, there are a whole lot of people, especially people who live in rural communities, who don't. There's no Kinko's, there's no Office Max near them. With us in government, we campaign with the plan. Uppercase T, uppercase P, the plan.
Oh, I tell Kamala what we wanted to know, but I wonder if she'd just laugh in our faces.
Like, what do you want to know?
Well, I want to give you the opportunity.
So adorable. Kat, I'm worried that her speeches will suffer now that their speechwriter is left.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird time for the speechwriter to quit because, like, she doesn't really do that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, she doesn't really give speeches. Seems like the easiest job ever. You don't do anything, and then every now and then you just compare stuff to Pearl Harbor.
Yeah,
Like,
yes.
Why would you quit that job?
Exactly. Kennedy, what if she suddenly becomes better? What if it was the speechwriter's fault?
Oh, wouldn't that be a twist in Veep that we weren't anticipating?
Yes.
Yeah. What if the speechwriter was actually like purposefully tanking her, like, you know, really secretly loves Pete Buttigieg and is doing whatever, you know, this person can to bring Kamala Harris down, which she's really doing a great job. I wonder what the gossip is. Like, what do people talk about in the office? Like, you know, I just talked to someone from the White House, and she is definitely not on the ticket in 2024. We got to get out of here.
Yeah.
This is Spiro Agnew on the opposite of steroids.
Yes, yes. I loved Spiro. Great head of hair, Emily. You know what I noticed?
Thank you.
I was talking about Spiro Agnew. You're no Spiro Agnew, though you have nice hair. Anyway, I forgot my question, but I'm going to come up with a different one. I've noticed that as incompetent as she is, there's still nobody mimicking her on any late night show, any comedy show, anything. She has tremendous, I mean, that's a great buffer that no one's going to touch you, right?
Well, why? On all of those late night talk shows, it's just because they know they'll be called racist.
Exactly, SNL too.
Exactly. Like the reason she's untouchable is because that's the culture that has been created by the far left anyway. So it's not as if she is untouchable. It's just that they deem that she is because they know they're going to be canceled if they go after a black woman. And I think to those of us from California who lived under her ridiculous reign for so long, none of this surprises us. She's never stood for anything politically. Her entire campaigns and offices have always been hallmarked by infighting, by mini civil wars, by the fact that staffers are frustrated that she wouldn't commit to policies or anything. She would just capitulate. She's the biggest cheerleader for Silicon Valley, but she assures victims that she'll be on their side for cybercrime. The list goes on. That I think people were constantly confused by her. They were constantly intimidated by her, and they saw that she was a weak leader, frankly, and probably a jerk at the same time. So all of those fleeing ship, like to those of us from Cali, we were like, yeah, it's been happening for decades.
Tyrus, I'd hate to have a boss like that.
You want to tell him, Kat?
You're no Kamala.
Okay. No, not at all, right, Kat?
Different, right.
Yeah, it's a different kind of. He talks a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I feel bad for the speechwriter.
Yeah.
Because just imagine, I'm pretty sure everything that was written was not used, but every time the speechwriter would come home, be like, you wrote that?
Yeah.
Seriously? I mean, excuse me while I whip this out. I made a couple notes, and you used my first one, so I won't use it. And unfortunately, because I'm on the wrong side of 40, I got to use these now. Check this out. This is one of my favorite all time. That if the speechwriter should have resigned after this one, just because they are illegal doesn't mean they broke the law.
Yeah.
If I was in the speechwriting room, I would have went, that's not what I said. Who let her watch Chappelle before she went out? So, and then this one is just phenomenal. It's time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day.
Yes.
I would be taking drugs after that if I was the speechwriter, because you're going to come home and hear about, you wrote this? You wrote this?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't me. So
I love
I
love the color of your Post-its.
What's wrong with that?
I just said I love them.
Excuse me, Gutfeld, you got a problem?
I thought it's a very lively color.
I like it.
Yeah, I think
Great
say
color.
now there's two. Kennedy, would you?
What color should I have?
More votes for pink.
Muscle tone? Beard range? Oh, pink? I have daughters, man.
Up next, are you curious if you could drive like the Fast and the Furious?